Hello everyone, my name's Ed Daniels, and I'd like to give you a brief introduction to the song Running Out of Tomorrows. Well, it started about 11 years ago when I came up with a simple melody and chord progression for the song. I contacted my music friends, which were Alex Bach, Suzanne Vick, and Bonnie Lee Panda, and asked them to help me smooth out the lyrics. I kind of sent the concept off to my good friend Vic Steffens, my producer. And Vic listened to the song and said, I think this really has some potential. We should do something with this. So we asked Matt Oestreicher if he would help us with it. We also contacted Rafe Klien and had Rafe Klien document the journey from the very beginning to the end of making the final video of Running Out of Tomorrows. Hope you enjoy it.
Hello everybody, and thanks for checking in. I'm Rafe Klien. A couple months ago, I received a call from Ed Daniels, who was telling me about a project that he had, and a song called Running Out of Tomorrows that he was producing with Vic Steffens at Horizon Music Group.
The song was co-produced by myself and Matt Oestreicher, who I've known for eons. I've worked with him on many projects. He's probably the most accomplished keyboard player in this area. He writes charts for horns, strings, and he does a lot of stuff for the Apollo Theater in New York. And he had also worked with me previously on Ed Daniels' earlier stuff.
Matt had helped me on some previous projects. Matt listened to the song and got very excited about the overall concept of what we were trying to do, and actually went forward with it and did all of the orchestration on it.
So it was kind of a natural to have him come in and help out, and it was great. That's a fantastic player. He knows how to direct the band, and he did a great job.
So Ed and I got together, we got a storyboard, and what was different about this project is, unlike most projects where I'm mostly working on post-production, here I got a chance to actually see the whole thing go down. So the first thing that they did, Vic brought in some of the best studio musicians in the area. Scott Spray, who is the bass player for Johnny Winter.
I've been playing with Johnny Winter, Edgar Winter, Ronnie Spector, Peter, Chris, Chambers Brothers, the Rascals, you name it. I probably played with them. And Bobby T, of course, from Johnny Winter, same as me, different times.
Bobby T and Scott Spray are, legends to me, guys I grew up admiring. So it's just a pleasure to work with guys you can just trust to do it right and create something better than I could have even imagined. They just make it come alive. They make it feel and sound like rock and roll.
I've been playing rock and roll all over the world all my life. Played with Johnny Winter for years. Played with Gray Slick. Played with Black Oak, Arkansas. I played with Michael Bolton when he was actually a rock guy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
So it's always great to see old friends playing on the session with me. We had Al Ferrante playing guitar on the record with us, and Al and I were actually in the Edgar Winter band together for 2-3 years.
Al Ferrante, phenomenal guitar player, one of the best around.
They're on the team here at Horizon. We use them all the time.
So once they got the rhythm track down, the next thing was to bring in the saxophones. Now Vic brought in Bill Holland, who's one of the best saxophone players around.
Well, I use Bill on almost everything that we do. What makes Bill really unusual is that he plays all the horns, which is almost unheard of. He plays all the saxophones, and a lot of guys play all the saxophones. He also plays all the brass instruments. He plays a couple of different kinds of trumpets and a trombone, which basically means I can have him come in and he'll just do the whole thing with one mind, which is really important with horn players, that they know where you start the note and where you end the note. And if it's all one guy, he knows where he started the notes and where he ended the notes. So I really enjoy having Bill on session.
You're pretty good.
Matt was in the studio. Of course, he arranged all the saxophone parts. He fed them to Bill. It was very cool to see it all happen.
Bill will come in and take a part and layer it and you know, just perfect articulation, perfect everything, and just such a pro. So I always, you know, feel honored when I get to work with Bill. And Dave Egger, same thing, wrote a string arrangement, the articulation's perfect. I listened to it over and over after the recording, just admiring just how perfect it was and what he did with it. So those guys, I mean, that's the dream team.
Now, once they had that down, then it was time to bring in Kevin Monroe and Devotion. Now, Devotion is a unit within itself. It's a sometimes 5 or 6, sometimes it could be bigger, choir. It's a church choir.
The choir. That was one of the first things when I heard the track. I'm like, who is that choir?
They've got a very smooth, homogenized sound, and they're just always good. And they're really fast. They come in and they just hear the song.
So they took the parts that I wrote and then they got inspired as the song was going and started improvising little things which made it in there and just give the song this lift and power that I think it really needed. The spirit they brought, the energy, the skills of being able to harmonize quickly and work out parts quickly.
He's not just a great singer himself, but he's a fantastic choir director. You know, he really knows how to make sure that everybody's singing together. It's kind of the same as with horns. The phrasing is something that people don't really understand. It's so critical when you have a group of singers. They might all be sitting in the right notes, but they don't necessarily sound good. They have to also phrase together, and they have to know, you know, where they're going to start and where they're going to end the notes. So,
1, 2, 3.
Very cool to see that, to watch that all happen. And then once I heard the song afterwards, I said, wow.
Great to hear it all together with the choir, with the people singing.
And once they got all that established, the rhythm section, the horns, the background, now it's time for the lead vocals.
The first person I brought in was Ricky Allen Drawn from the Slam It Band in New Haven.
I had heard of Ricky through Vic. Vic has always spoken very highly of him.
He's a very versatile singer.
Great voice.
He's got a lot of soul, he's got a lot of technique. And he was the first guy that I thought of when I heard the song. Just kind of fit naturally. And we decided we wanted some other people, so I called Heather Joseph.
Vic called me in. Yo, babe. And said, you know, come into the studio, we're going to record the song. We got the A-team on it. All the music is recorded. Just need your voice on it.
We did it on the fly. We just kind of talked through the parts and had a really nice session.
It was one of those, all right, so what are you going to do? What am I going to do? Let's bring something to this.
Maybe he would be on the melody and you would be on the fifth, maybe.
Okay.
In the first chorus. Yeah.
I love Vic. I don't know how to make that any more emphatic. So he knows how to not only inspire you to do the right thing, but he knows how to push your buttons the right way based on your personality.
Vic really knows how to get the best out of vocalists. He knows exactly what he wants to hear.
The world needs a rearranging.
And he has a way of projecting that. Maybe a note that he wants them to sing, and to actually getting that out of the vocalists.
Everyone's angry. Most don't even know why. How we get to a place where it's all.
He knows exactly what harmonies he wants to hear. He can hear it in his head.
Seems we only disagree.
Suzanne Vick had helped Ed write the song. Very good singer. and a very different voice from the other two. And it worked out really well. So I was happy to have them. All three of them did a great job, and they really brought the lyric of the song to the front.
Which they did an excellent job doing.
And that's what that song's all about.
So the song is what got me hooked originally and wanted to work on this project.
It's a great message.
With all of the political unrest and racial strife in the country, and the polarization of people from to one side or another, it kind of hit me that, gee, we're really running out of time.
To me, it is a very timely song about how we need to band together
to make things right
on the humanity level in order to make decisions that shape our future. You know, there's a climate change theme that's in there, and I think Ed is a great embodiment of that message.
We truly are running out of tomorrows to do things to put the country back on a better course, as well as the world.
And that's what gives to the song its strength, the sincerity of it. Being able to work together for a greater positive cause that's unifying and inspiring and thoughtful. And just celebrating the best of humanity.
So once we had that, we had all the parts, we had the vocalists. Now it was my turn to create a video.
You sound great.
Places, please.
It took weeks of planning. We got everybody together at a music venue. We only did it in about 2 takes. We isolated the gospel choir afterwards.
It was great to hear it all together with the people singing, because usually when I play bass, we do the track and then I go home and the vocals go on later, but this became a big thing, so it was nice working with everybody live.
Having everybody together and singing and clapping and the smiles and the connections and everybody being in the same room. Suzanne, that's my girl. I love her to death. It was a great feeling, the whole thing. I felt way high going home that night. It was awesome. I loved it.
I think it came out great. The performance is there, great written song. It's produced really well.
Matt and Vic picked it up, ran with it, and came up with something that was way beyond what I could have ever imagined doing myself.
To me, it's a powerful and timely song that I was happy to be part of.
Very proud to be part of this project.
And Rafe got the concept, got the video right.
I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Check out the song, check out the video, and we hope you like it.
We're running out of tomorrows to change things. We're running out of chances to try. And if we don't find a way to change things, we'll always ask why.
Times are changing, the world needs some rearranging. Look all around us, and there's people hurting, I see.
Everyone's angry, most don't even know why. How we get to a place where
It's all you,
or it's on me.
seems we only disagree.
We're running out of tomorrow to change things. We're someone in need. Oh, healing begins when we mend the ties we've broken. A house divided cannot stand or be free. What we need is equality. We're running out of tomorrows to change things. We're running out of time to try. And if we don't find a way to change things, we'll always ask why. I'm getting tired of talk without action. Let's change our course and unify. Let's work together to try to change things. It's up to you and I wanna believe that change can come about. Just give it a chance. The good in people will win out. Of this I have no doubt. Out of tomorrows to change things. We're running out of chances to try. Let's come together to make a difference. Let's start with you and I. Let's start with you and I. Let's turn our talk into some action, so that our children won't ask why. We won't run out of tomorrows now if we unify.